Megan Elizabeth here. This is the first time I've ever gone live from my iPad, and it's propped funny in my corner. So we're going to see how this goes. I wanted to go live from my iPad because I wanted to actually show you on my phone the Instagram tips that I'm going to share with you today as we're in the middle of our 10-day start pack of Instagram over at lifeaboverubies.com. And I just wanted to give you a little bit of a preview of what's going on. The start pack is, hey Chris, is pretty awesome. I will just tell you that. There's 10 days, there's 10 sheets for your notes and for the outline of everything from planning your story and your theme. We go over how to, hey Teresa, actually set up your account, exploring and algorithms. We go over your target market. I talk about hashtagging, geotagging, tagging friends, all of that good stuff. What's the difference between the three, how to use them best. We talk about your bio and your visual appeal, your call to actions and your tracking information, engagement in DMs and likes. And some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about today I actually cover within the Instagram training. But the reason why I wanted to pop on today is because it's actually really funny to me. About 4 times just this past week alone, I brought something up about Instagram and about seeing the likes or the things that other people are following and about the likes that other people are liking. And they were like, well, how can you see what somebody you're following is liking? And I'm like, how do you not know? You can see what likes or what people are liking. How do you not know that the people that you follow, your ideal clients and the people that you're interacting with, you can see what they are doing on Instagram? And I guess what a lot of people were under the misconception of is if I'm on Instagram, it's more private than Facebook. They can't see what I'm doing, liking, commenting, etc. And the fact that it's now come up 4 different times, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get on Instagram and talk about, or I'm going to get on Facebook and talk about this, because apparently what I thought everybody knew, and I'm sure there's a ton of people out there that do know, and I thought everybody knew, they didn't. So I'm just going to show you really quick. Instagram is a lot of fun. I've been growing Instagram now, like really hardcore since November. I've been really, really digging in. I've done Instagram for a while. I've had great results and success with Instagram, with like, you know, over 1,000 following for a while. And that was great. That was fine. You know, there's always different levels of what you focus on, you expand, right? So as you focus in really wanting to grow an Instagram market, it starts to grow and expand, which is exactly what I have found. But there were certain things that were helping me grow my Instagram following more than others. So I wanted to really show you what has worked and what didn't, and not just give you a bunch of theories and ideas, because that's kind of where I started with Instagram. I went into it with all these, like, I did research, I did Google, I did these theories and ideas, and I saw like a lot of the stuff that was being talked about for growing your Instagram just seems so cheesy to me. It seems so like, that's uncomfortable, that's icky. I don't want to go and like 1,000 different things, 1,000 different people, and then once they hopefully like me back after a week, go unlike all those 1,000 different people. Like, that's not authentic growth. That's not relationship building. That's not how this is supposed to work. So I teach what I feel, one, really confident and comfortable in ethically. And what doing unto others as you would do to, you would have them do to you. You don't want 1,000 people coming and liking you and then unliking you. And you're like, why? Why do you not like me anymore? I know it's a little different in social media, but for real though, like, let's think about that, and that's what you'll see in Instagram often. You'll see your numbers like go up, and it'll be like, it's like almost like for every 50 that, or for every 100 that like you, 50 unlike you. And it's because of that Instagram game that is being taught. And it's not a fun game. Like, let's not play games, people. However, what I did want to show you, and I'm just going to show you from my By Megan Elizabeth account, and I know it's a little difficult to see on this screen, but I do have several accounts, and I'm teaching you from the beginning how to build the She Makes. Like, I show you how to set up the account and populating it and everything before people even really know it's there, before you even start following other people. And it's working. Yes, it takes time. Yes, like anything of value and of worth, it takes time, but it's working. So what I had found, though, of value to me is that I go and I search out and I start liking or following people that I feel would be amazing to work with, that I would love to either collaborate with, or that I'm inspired by, or I like their business model, or that I would like to work with. So if I'm looking for other moms in business, other mompreneurs, I can go in and use the little, search and explore and type that in and search, and this is going to give me a bunch of populated posts and things that they think I may like based on other things I like. So I recently posted about the Vox Box, so there's a Vox Box. I like a lot of motocross stuff, so there's motocross stuff. It's going to populate with other things that I actually like. It used to be what's popular, and Instagram used to just put in everything that was popular. Now they put in based on what you're actually searching for, the hashtags and what you're liking. And Grady's now on my lap over here, so sorry about that. So it'll populate that. But what I really have been using a lot more, and I have seen immense growth. Motocross. Yep, you see motocross. I've seen immense growth, and I've seen immense connection, and I've seen it return sevenfold in the relationship building, like loyalty, like your lifetime, the people that are sticking around for life, that you're really connecting with. A lot of people think this little heart down here is just for like your own notifications. Can you see the heart? Probably not. It's really difficult to see. Let me try to turn down the brightness on my screen. No, we're not going to church. I'm on the video. Okay, so there we go. So there's a little heart down here on the side next to your profile. And that's not cool. All right. Down here is this little heart. You can see all the people that have recently liked your post or interacted with your post, which is great. And that's usually where people stop. But there's another tab up here, you guys. There's a whole other tab up here that says following. Okay. I can't do this backwards. This following tab is where you can see what other people that you are liking, other people that you are following are also following and liking. You can see when they liked it, when they're interacting, when they're engaging. This is really valuable information here because not only are you able to see what other people are actually liking and what they are doing. Hey, Justin. You're able to see when they're doing it. So you're able to start targeting your content that you're posting on social media to be like, oh, hey, all right, so you know what? 8 of the people that I really want to be working with are liking posts about roses right now. So I can go and be like, okay, like, here's all the posts about roses. I can go in and see what people like about the latest vacation. I can go in and see what people like about the latest event they were at, what they are doing. So I can go in and see all of that. And it helps me be able to say, okay, now I can post X, Y, and Z. And they're really liking it around 7 o'clock at night. 7 o'clock at night is when a lot of these people seem to be active. So I'm going to post 7 o'clock at night. And I really talk about when to post because Instagram is very different than Facebook or other social media platforms in that it's different from other social media platforms in that you don't want to post too much. Like on Facebook, you want to be posting at least 3 times a day. At least 3 times a day. When you're on Instagram though, if you're posting 3 times a day, it can actually be really excessive. And you really want to be on a consistent schedule in when you're spreading it out and when you're doing it. So I've been really seeing the best results posting twice a day, once in the morning, once at night. And then posting across your different platforms, which are different niche accounts. And the niche accounts are really important as well. And I talk about that a little bit more too. So I can go through and just click and see all of that on Instagram. And I guess a lot of people just didn't realize. They thought like, oh, if I like something on Instagram, nobody else can see that I like it. Nobody can see that I'm commenting on it. Nobody can see that I'm engaging with it. And that's not true. That's not true. So that's actually another like warning, like thing to think about, I guess, for you in business is that if you are building a business account and you're going around and you're liking things that aren't on target with your business, that aren't on par with who you say you are, that aren't authentic, that aren't at the heart of what you want other people to see of you, it's not secret. It's not secret. So it's a good thing to know. It's a good thing to be aware of. And and use it to your advantage. And I guess I didn't realize how many people didn't know it wasn't available. I think it's becoming my new catchphrase is like, if you don't know what a button does, don't push it. Stop pushing buttons you don't know what they do. So they were like, I didn't know it did that. So now you know. Knowledge is power. Hey from Cincinnati. I'm good. I'm glad you're enjoying the information. That's awesome. Cookie decorator. I'm going to have to start to using this. So yeah, Crystal, cookie decorating, so incredibly popular. Instagram would be an amazing platform for you. I'd love to invite you to come over, take the Instagram training start pack. We're a couple days in. You can catch up really easily. I break it up by days. Really, it's just separate lessons, but what I try to do is give you a good 10 days to really setting something up and understanding it and working out the information. So the first day is really about figuring out your plan and your story and what that looks like and how to actually grow and do that, and doing some house cleaning, thinking about your authentic brand. What does branding look like? And if you don't know, when you're part of lifeaboverubies.com, we have an entire course just on branding. We have an entire course just on setting this up, an entire course just on figuring out who you want to market to and what your market actually looks like. So I'd love to have you come on over. It's available now. Enrollment is still open for this season in 2017, and would just love to have you there. So thank you guys so much for popping on with me today. I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. I hope this was helpful and valuable. If you would, go ahead, tag a friend, share it with a friend, and I will see you again soon. Bye.